Welcome back to Character Select. It's Dave and Scow, cops, in the city that never sleeps. Wait, that's New York.
No.
City of Angels. Sorry.
The city that should probably take a fucking nap every now and again.
Yeah, that's also New York. What the hell? So it's interesting to me that there's only one case that doesn't have that kind of intro in homicide.
Keep a hold of your head, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face.
Interesting.
Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line. A 40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
So we called him Skipper. Does that mean he's Navy?
He probably was.
I don't go in for letting gangsters off
Another
scot.
body.
Also, I don't know if it's a setting in Parsec or fucking Discord, but whenever I talk, your game audio gets quieter.
The fact that he's wearing no clothes.
That
You
is
get that book of riddles shoved up your ass.
Discord.
Is that what your old man paid college tuition?
Do you need to fix it?
He
Yeah,
ran the
give me
light on
this.
Olympic, and we finally caught.
La 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 la. Ba da ba da ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba.
Okay, seems to be fine now.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. That was weird. We're back. A dinosaur story.
That's just a new setting that never existed, I guess, that they've put in.
Which would probably be helpful in most cases. Except that we're recording this
Got
shit.
to admit, this is looking odd.
Sorry.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators,
Bunk.
Hold on. Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
But we arrested
witnesses
the other
have figured the
guy.
wrong guy before,
He ran, for God's sake.
and he always maintained he was set up.
Yep.
So there's all kinds of things going on in the murder in LA. Whoop. Excuse me. Pardon me.
Murder is just like all kinds of crazy right about now.
Money to loan on everything.
Gold, 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 cash for gold. It's still, the city never changes, really.
Yeah. There's places like that near where I live, actually. It's like, I hope I'm never that desperate. Plus, I don't have that much gold.
Detectives Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I gonna get something for this pledge?
Nope.
Gave that bum money, now you guys are gonna leave me short.
Yep.
How much did you give him?
$50?
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. You're lucky you get it.
I have the rings right here.
Jesus.
I mean, it's smart. Like, there's no way he gave a fucking hobo like more than like $10.
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Okay.
Thanks for the tip.
Maybe we'll bump it up to $12.
Yeah.
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
22 carat ring. I don't remember the fucking carat being like a massive number on the inside of a ring. That's not quite so
He's got
nice.
the name of Percy B. Shelley.
Let me take a look at my ring here.
15 Poland Street, London.
I imagine yours
205.
has it somewhere, but it's either
Give us a
incredibly
description of
tiny
the
or
man
it's
who
actually
pawned his
set
rings.
under a jewel.
Not sure. Medium height. Medium build.
Mine says titanium because that's what my ring is made of.
Sorry.
Then that you'll get a
Just had one
carat
of
then,
those
will you?
forgettable
No,
faces.
but it does say titanium on it, so.
Big or small?
It's pretty small. It's probably like 2 to 3 point font.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a titanium ring. Everybody was like, oh, get a gold ring or get a tungsten ring if you're worried about damaging it or something. And I'm like, okay, let me see the tungsten ring. And I was like, this thing is fucking heavy.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't. Why? Who the fuck recommends a tungsten ring unless they're a blacksmith? gonna say, like, I think the only time I've ever seen a tungsten ring that suited someone was like, I don't know if you ever watched the channel of someone named Alex Steele.
We could have the local troopers.
He's just he's a forger by trade. Really young guy, actually, like way fucking younger than me, which is always weird when you see someone like with a fucking massive business and lots of YouTube and stuff. But he's like got this big chonker of a like black ring on him, and I'm like, well, that makes a lot of sense considering you know, literally fucking hammers and anvil and forge all day.
Huh. Yeah, that makes sense.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own.
Alright, so for the record, what they're talking about here is... What? No, wrong direction. They're talking about the fact that nothing matches up about the Dahlia murders. So the murderer, the person who murdered Deirdre Mahler, probably sold her rings to mock the police, knowing that they would be spotted.
Yeah.
And that's where we are now. We also found out that there was a remaster of this game in 2015, I want to say. It was remastered for PS4 and Xbox Series 1, or whatever the fuck they call it. I honestly don't care. Which is cool, but more importantly, they actually changed the truth, doubt, and lie mechanic to instead be good cop, bad cop, accuse.
And here's the thing, like, I've tripped up and said, like, good cop or whatever a couple of times occasionally, and that's because that's the version I had, and I always thought that was regional, not mastery.
Huh. But good cop, bad cop, and accuse makes far more sense.
Far more sense.
So we might refer to it as that going forward, but it also does look a lot better on the PS4, but I honestly didn't even know about the remaster until 2 weeks ago.
Fair enough.
Skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. Just don't like it.
Alright. Ugh. Well, at least she's still got her clothes on.
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner.
Oh my.
Did you notice that Phelps is actually kind of sounding a little less enthusiastic? Like, in the first case for traffic, he was like, Phelps, what do you got? This one, he's like, what do you got? You know?
Yeah. I suppose there is definitely a measure of that.
Alright.
They even give you a view of him, like, fucking drinking at a club.
Yeah.
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye region.
Ugh.
Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
Honestly, it reminds me a lot of, or it makes me think a lot of, like, doctors or, especially, like, oncologists, like, that deal with cancer patients.
Yeah.
Like, how do you deal with the fact that you're seeing people that are dying or dead all the time, you know?
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Requires more courage than I have, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. It's a bit too rough.
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
The autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
So living rough is just another way of saying that she was a vagrant.
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Okay. Alright, that's all we got from the body.
Beautiful day.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Freaking atmospheric conditions. Keystone Film Company.
A lot and see what they know about her.
Evelyn
That's going to be
Summers.
difficult, Cole.
Keystone Studio lot closed back in 41.
And I believe we're in 1947? Maybe 48. Dear Evelyn, I hope that this letter finds you in a better way than when we last parted. Bitter words were exchanged. You had taken too much liquor, and we both know what that makes you become. I'm not writing to harass and accuse, I'm writing to apologize. I was heartbroken seeing what had become of my little girl and what she's doing to herself. You're destroying your body and your soul with liquor, Evelyn. It's harder for me to watch than you can imagine. Only God Almighty above us has the right to judge. And so I beg your forgiveness. I've been in contact with the sanitarium here in Connecticut on your behalf. They say your condition is an illness, Evelyn, that it can be beaten. You only need to check yourself in. It will not...
For it.
Okay.
Homeless alcoholic.
In a time before alcoholism was really a thing.
Yeah.
Eh?
Whoa.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Alright.
I feel like it's gonna be fucking just bad business to allow a homeless person drink.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
2 large suitcase, small suitcase, bedroll, pillow, plain bed sheet, 3 photo frames, hairbrush, bowling pin. Okay, statuette, makeup, clothes. Why was that written on a liquor store receipt?
Not sure.
Alright, let's investigate this fella right here.
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Okay. God, what a fucking creep. Right, Jameson. Right.
Hey, you necrophiliac bastard.
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her.
Oh, Jesus!
It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no law against it.
There is actually a law against it. I don't know if there was a law in the 40s, but it's defiling a body.
Classic Carmine. Is this yours, Ferdinand?
No. I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel like I should have let him, go for another fucking lay down, but he needs to be conscious to answer questions.
His eyes are blue and his hair is black. Can we flip that, please?
Yeah.
Jesus.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
Yeah, sure.
Good cop? Good cop?
Yeah. Good,
Okay.
Good cop.
Did you take any money?
Wasn't any to take. I found her lipstick and her matchbook over on the mat. Not much else.
Okay.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Yeah, that's bad cop. Look at him.
That's doubt.
Yeah.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out.
Okay.
Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Clyde's a solid boy. Not the first time that he's been there as our little scene aid the con.
I love the fact that Rusty tried to punch him and succeeded 50% of the time.
Yeah. Just with multiple attempts and multiple, hits hard enough to fucking floor the bastard too.
Jesus.
What a creep.
Me and a couple of friends of mine. I don't even want to know where that sentence was going.
Yeah, we like to sit in the fridge until we're cold enough to pretend.
Detective? I need an address on Levine's Liquor. Closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks, ma'am.
Alright. So, we have a couple of different places that we can go. We could go to Mensch's Bar, which is from the matchbook. Or we could go to the liquor store, which is the receipt that apparently has all of our personal belongings. And it's 11 o'clock in the morning, so I'm thinking that the liquor store might be the better option, because the bar might not be open.
The bar is not good. Yeah, let's go liquor store.
Okay. Plain.
Plain. Not bad.
Not bad, not good. Just plain. That's not a safe place to go.
Goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
These people are starving. They can't do that.
Want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Ah, yes.
Really? Guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Yeah,
So
I mean, that's true fucking facts.
Yeah, an army marches on its stomach. It's been true since Napoleon pointed it out in the 1800s, and it was true long before then, too.
Yep.
They're talking about the eventual separation of the Chinese and the to Taiwan, basically. The Kuomintang, I believe it's called. But yeah, that was particularly bloody, and unfortunately, it ended up with Mao Zedong in charge. And that was particularly bloody.
That was really bad.
Yeah.
Mao Zedong.
People crossing the road like it's safe. Don't they know I'm out here?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Keep LA safe, drive safely. I really wanted you to fucking clip him in front of that sign.
That
Oh
would've
my
been pretty
god.
fucking good. I'm surprised I haven't run into anybody. Jesus.
Okay. Oh god. The Kuomintang.
Kuomintang. There we go. Yeah, Taiwan, once they decided to break away from mainland China, basically
Spent
went through
40 years in martial law.
Yeah. They went through a Red Scare that puts the U.S. Red Scare to shame. And the U.S. Red Scare wasn't great.
No, it wasn't. But yeah, no. Taiwan's lasted until 1987.
Yeah.
Which is pretty fucking steep, considering this all went down in the 40s.
History is absolutely fascinating and a lot closer than people think.
Oh, yeah.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
I'm surprised Rusty didn't ask for a drink.
You know, he seems to be staying behind, so he's probably going to get one way or another.
Cola King.
You got some fine stock here, Mr.
There we go.
No, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot.
Of course.
He's joking, Mr. Robbins.
She kept a bed here, but I probably shouldn't have let her.
An
alcoholic in a liquor store. That was never going to work out, was it?
No, God no it wasn't. Are you kidding me? The fuck is wrong with you?
She wasn't always such a loner.
What's this?
Evelyn was reading.
Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Interesting.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
There's a name you don't see very often anymore.
Grosvenor? Yeah.
Aristotle.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah, well, Aristotle.
No, I meant
yeah,
Grosvenor.
I now really feel like I need to put like a fucking Aristotle in my game. Just for D&D, some Warforged named Aristotle.
Yeah.
Nunchucks. Oh wait.
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
That must have been from the studio. Why would she keep a bowling pit?
Let's see, is it hiding drugs?
Rawlings bowling alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Check the underside of the pen.
I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Alright. Gives us a lead to go on.
And statuette.
Did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Oh. Still relevant today. Thanks, RIA.
Yep.
Alright. Anything else here? I don't think so.
I could certainly check.
We got the book in Grosvenor. We got Rollins'
the photo and the bowling pin. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Next, just the interview.
Yo, why did the camera go up there? That was weird.
A little bit drunk.
Oh, I'm in a liquor store. It's the fumes. Can we question him, or do we... Yeah, we do need to question him. Okay.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
He sounds
Hey,
ashamed.
where the money came from?
Yeah.
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy.
Interesting.
She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
Okay.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Not many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Again, he looks miserable, but...
Yeah, he does. He sounds miserable.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
I mean, Jesus, Evelyn was 40. Her mother must be at least...
70.
Well, 60 and a half, 65-ish, I would hope.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Late 20s would be kid age around then.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
It's kind of a non-answer.
Yeah. Or bad cop, so to speak.
Yeah, he's kind of looking away.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
As it turns out,
That's
most
a
people
great
don't.
voice actor.
He was really good. Just, like, absolutely...
I think he was the best yet.
Yeah, absolutely selling the desperately devastated.
As well, it came certainly across by someone who's been, like, expecting this kind of turn-up to happen for a long old time.
Yeah. Mentions bar or Rawlings Bowling Alley. I think we go to the bar now, right? It's been times past. Yeah. Alright. Next time on Character Select. Okay. So thank you for just making sure they're not talking. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure to click that like button down below if you liked it. And Scout.
Be sure to buy your boy a quarter, right?
Sure, you got a couple of bucks.
God, imagine the day.